Philip and all my fellow students in this class. Before I haven't start my speech, I hope you all please pay attention to listen our presentation. Thank you for your all cooperation. My name is Vera and my group members are Rivania, Sharon and Deji. Today we are proud to stand in front of you all to share our topic on tourism and transportation sector. Let us now give you our outline of the presentation. There will be 5 parts to it. First of all, I will talk about the introduction, and Vivania will talk about the research question, and Sharon will talk about the survey, and Daisy will talk about the last 2 parts, which are conclusion and reference. Singapore was founded in 1890 by Sir Stamford Raffles as a British colony. And if you all want to find this statue in Singapore, you all can go to the Raffles landing site to take a picture at there with your friend or family. And after 146 years, the history of the Republic of Singapore began when Singapore became an independent republic following injection from Malaysia on 9 August 1965. After the separation, the fledgling nation had to become self-sufficient and face problems including mass unemployment, housing shortage, and lack of land and natural resources as petroleum. When you all see this picture, this is about the 10 best of attraction in Singapore. Because just now I mentioned, because Singapore don't lack of a lot of shortage, so Singapore is need to discuss to build some design architecture building in Singapore. Yeah, you can see this is the building is very nice. Okay, now I finished my part of the presentation, and Vivania will talk about the research question which developed the introduction to specify our research question and state why it is interested and important to us and so on. Thank you.
Thank you, Vera. Hi guys, I'm the second speaker in my group, and let's continue the presentation. Now I'm going to talk about how does Singapore work to attract the tourists. First of all, yeah, sorry, I'm too fast.
Oh, you can.
Sorry. You can see, first of all, the government planning for the tourists. But now I'm going to talk about the industry is tourism industry is the It's the biggest sector in many countries for incoming. For example, in Singapore, the government earned more than 30 billion in 2000 based on a statistic in 2015. First of all, the government planning for the tourists. You can see from this picture is the Marina Bay Sands in the past, and now it's become more like everyone wants to go to Marina Bay now. Next. Secondly is transport infrastructure to support the tourist promotion. Everyone knows that Changi Airport is the largest airport hub in Singapore, with more than 100 airlines to over 320 cities, over 80 countries. So I want to ask a question about you guys. So please make attention. Please attention, please. We have to respect each other. Do you guys know how many passengers that towards Singapore Changi Airport in 2015?
I don't know.
Okay, let me explain. Is the passenger that towards Singapore in 2015 is 55.4 billion based on a statistic in Changi Airport. Yeah, number 2 is that. And on the other hand, the government want to promote the public transportation in Singapore. Public transportation in Singapore is one of the most effective way to reduce the traffic. For example, you can see the left one is a taxi, the middle is the buses, and the right one is MRT, mass rapid transportation. Next. Thirdly, the government has to lay the foundation for tourism. They have to create a clean, green city that promotes a multicultural in public. And does anyone know which one is a Chinatown? I will give you option. A is the left one, B is the middle one, and C is the right one. Wait, who think is the A? Okay, B, C. Okay, thank you for your help. Let's give applause to Vincent because Vincent is right. It's the A. It's in Chinatown.
It's me.
Yeah.
Not you.
Next. Fourth, they developed the local souvenir industry. In this one, you can see in 1980, the Bugis Street now you can see so different. Now Bugis Street is one of the most market underground that have a cheap accessories, food, and souvenir that almost the tourists will go to visit. This one is so crowded in a Saturday and in a public holiday. Next, 5 is shopping corridor. Everyone knows Orchard Road is the most shopping corridor, it's famous most shopping corridor with 22 malls. 22 malls. Does you know how long is Orchard Road? I mean the long. It's about kilometer. It's 2.2 kilometers. Next, last but not least is tourist attraction. Tourist attraction. Why I choose the Formula One and the Sentosa? Formula One is the Formula One race is just in few countries in Asia that have a race, including Singapore. It's Singapore, you can see, because this one is Singapore. And the second one is Sentosa Island. Everyone wants to go to Sentosa Island. Last but not least, the tourist see what he see. Last but not least, the traveler see what he sees. But the tourist see what he has come to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Rihanna, and the third speaker. I'm going to talk about the survey. Our survey question is about what attracts tourists most in Singapore. Before we had the survey, we suggest several reasons about why. First is attractions, such as Marina Bay. Vera mentioned one of the most top 10 attractions around the world, and Changi Airport, such as Rihanna mentioned. Second is a set of traveling. This is common in China. According to advertisement of travel agency, people prefer to travel all the southeast of Asia in one time. Second, the third is culture, about the traditional architecture of Singapore. The last is safety and environment. Singapore is famous for the most safe country. Principal country means Singapore is clean and tidy. This is our survey pictures. We take the survey on the Orchard Road. Let's move on a little about detailed information about tourists. We set up foreign tourists as our target audience. They come to Singapore for short-term visits, and most of them are about 40 years old. These are our survey questions. First, the most popular public transport in Singapore is MRT because it's safe and convenient. To tourists, the most attraction is Sentosa and Orchard. They think the most impression in Singapore is the clean environment. Most of them are happy with public transportation, but only a few of them think public transport in Singapore is a little crowded. And actually, Singapore for local people is not expensive country for living, but for foreigners, it's a little bit dear. And maybe for Chinese tourists, they are having a set of traveling, but for Western tourists, they are not having a set of travel. So finally, we conclude the 3 reasons about why Singapore attracts to so many tourists. They are clean environment, entertainment facilities, and traditional cultures. Let's welcome the next speaker to conclude the presentation.
Okay, my name is Daisy. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Good. My name is Daisy. I will now continue the rest of the presentation. My group has covered many areas on the topic of tourism and transport. Thus, let me give you a summary. My core topic is double T. Maybe you are confused. Double T, what is it? Then I will start to introduce about double T. Okay, answer revealed. 1T, tourism. About positive. Tourism is important for Singapore as an increasing in tourists and consuming in the place or visit to a destination. It enhances economic development and creates employment services such as accommodation, transportation, and entertainment. Moreover, it helps to improve the local standard of living. Not only promotes cross-cultural communication, but also tourists can express different cultures. On the other hand, tourism also has some negative. Firstly, threatens the environment to tourist destinations in Singapore. For instance, tourism creates population and pollution and waste. It puts pressure on local resources. So from another point of view, we should promote ecotourism. Now, I will talk about transportation in Singapore. Through our survey, we find that some residents like to take a bus or MRT, go to school or work. Since the price of a bus or MRT is cheaper than taxi and transport network, transport network is developed in Singapore. There are reasons why local people think travel convenient. For tourism, they like to take MRT or tourist shuttle. Also, I recommend that some tourists could buy a subway card at 7-Eleven stores in Singapore so that you can travel around Singapore convenient. Just only need 15 Singapore dollars. About transport problem. Because too many of tourism go to Singapore to visit, and in result included in rush hours and carbon emission is on the increase. Next part, recommendation. So I recommend that tourists can buy public transportation to travel and promote ecotourism. and visiting in training to your destination, plan your trips, and then start to enjoy your leisure time. Finally, why Singapore attracts a lot of visitors every year? I think that fascinating views and intriguing theme parks such as you can go to Sentosa, Marina Bay, and Millennium Park. What is more, friendly people and convenient transportation are vital for tourism. In a word, tourism stimulates economic prosperity and makes life colorful. And this is about our group reference. Thank you. And any questions?
We'll save those for next time. How's the face? You looking good? Yeah. Okay. As long as you're looking good. Thank you.